You guys are getting really crazy at Redstone. I mean, look at this base. It is so epic. Hey, what's up my fellow Twisters? Welcome back to another Redstone Map showcase here in Minecraft Pocket Edition. Today, we are taking a look at an epic underground base with over 50 redstone creations, and I do have to say, they're pretty well made. Now, this map is created by Pro Gamers 802. It seems like that's two awesome fans, so I do thank them for sending in their map via Twitter. If you guys want to go check them out on Twitter, I will link it down below. Thank them for the map download because they did spend a lot of time making this. Now, if you guys do want to submit your own maps, you could do that via Twitter as well. Just tweet at me or send me a DM, as well as I do need more Redstone PC maps. So if you guys turn in or submit a really good PC map, it's almost a guarantee I will showcase it because I don't really get a lot of those anymore. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and check out this amazing map. Alright, so here we are on the outside. We have a board filled with a bunch of information. I'm just going to summarize it. Basically, this map was made for the entire MCPE community, inspired by some of our favorite redstone creators. And my name is actually first on the board, so I do feel quite special. As well as, yet again, this guy is Pro Gamer 5802 or PG 5802, whichever one. That is definitely pretty cool. Now on this side, we do have the master key that we need to get before we enter the base. I already have it in my inventory, but that's just one thing to mention if you guys are playing this map yourselves. Alright, so if you guys do want to know how to download the map, I'll also link a video down below if you guys are kind of confused. But let's go ahead and enter the underground base, and that's Dr. Zook, by the way. Alright, so let's just do this. We will basically walk over here and then fall down onto a slime block, and boom! Here we are now in our underground base. Now, of course, there is one flaw with this. I have no idea how to get back up, but I guess you could maybe add in some ladders or something. So here we are in the underground base, and check this out. This map is absolutely gigantic, and there's like a huge P on that wall all the way over there, I guess to signify the pro gamer, as well as his face on the wall as well, which I think is pretty cool. As you can see, there's a lot of redstone lighting in here, and there's a lot to cover, so let's just get into it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is walk down the stairs and head to the left side, and over here we have a passcode lock door using item frames. And what I like about this is when you tap on it, it actually shows you the passcode built into the name of the frame, which I think is so cool and such a nice way to use that feature in MCPE. Of course, you could replace item frames so people won't see the amount of taps that you need to unlock the door, but as you can see, you tap on this one 6 times, and basically when they're facing left and right, the door opens up, and this leads us into a really cool redstone room. Now, before we get to that room, we do have a lava door. We basically hit that button right over here, and it will get rid of that lava. Once that is gone, we can go ahead and enter the room and take a look at all of the fancy redstone. As you can see, we have some awesome redstone lighting on the right hand side. This is basically just like a flashing light. As you guys can see, it's moving across the wall, and that basically stays on forever. I'm not sure if we have a switch to turn on like these lights around the area, but I think it should be somewhere on the map. But anyways, this switch over here is going to basically turn that lava door on or off from the inside. And then on this side, we have ourselves a wardrobe armor equipment station. So basically what you do is click on any one of these buttons to equip the dispensers with that particular set of armor. So if I go ahead and choose a gold helmet, an iron chest plate, a gold legging, and a diamond boot, it will add it into the dispensers. Then I go ahead and walk into the middle, hit that button, and then we'll place that exact armor that I selected onto my body. So let's just go ahead and take a look at this. As you can see, we have our gold helmets, our iron chest plates, our gold leggings, as well as our diamond boots. And yeah, that is basically how that works. It's a pretty cool system, and it works really well. Alright, so now let's go ahead and leave this area. If you want to reactivate the lava door, you could do that, but I'm just going to leave it open. Now, of course, there is a bit of lag on this game. I am using a Samsung Galaxy S6, and even though I'm using a powerful device, it is quite laggy, not always, smooth FPS. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at this room on the right-hand side, and this is going to be another passcode lock input. This time, it's going to use that key that we got from the beginning of the video. Basically, we put in that universal key into the hopper. I simply clicked on the hopper because I'm on creative mode, but you guys can just drop it in. Once we're in here, we basically click this button over there, it closes the door, and then it places the key into this dropper. We go into that dropper and just grab the key, and we get it back. We walk down this hallway onto another lava door. We click on that button, and then that lava door goes away, revealing yet again another awesome room filled with redstone. Alright, so let's go ahead and enter this room. As you can see, it is quite gigantic. We have a lovely dance floor in the middle. This actually works, so we'll get back to this in just a second, but let's go ahead and take a look at the left-hand side, where we have 3 different slot machines. Now, this is basically for gambling if you guys so choose. I don't recommend doing this in real life, but if you do have some emeralds to spare, you basically place it into that dropper, click on the button, and you do have a chance of losing that emerald, as well as maybe getting some additional pieces. Alright, so let's just go ahead and click on that. I did fail a couple times, but as you can see, that basically activated the dropper, and we got 2 emeralds out of that. That's actually really good, guys. So we placed in 1 emerald as our bet, and we got 2 emeralds in return. So that's definitely a pretty good return. Alright, so they're basically increasing the level of difficulty with all of these slot machines, and the second one basically works the same. You add in an emerald and hopefully you get something in return. Let's go ahead and try that. As you can see, we will get 1 emerald back, and maybe 2, or no, just 1. Okay, so there we go. We got back the exact amount we started with, so I guess we didn't lose anything, but there is a chance that you could also lose it as well. Alright, on this side, we do have ourselves a working mirror. This one is very similar to the FedEx Gaming one I did about a year ago, where he made this awesome mirror in his house. Basically, hit this button over here, and a villager drops down. I guess this is our reflection, and then you could go ahead and hit this button over here to basically put him into lava, and after he dies, the lava will go away, and that's basically like the mirror resetting itself. Alright, so on this side, we just have a few bit of decorations. We have a trampoline over here using our slime blocks. There is no pistons and MCPE just yet, so you can't really implement that fully. And then on the other side, we do have ourselves an automatic water bucket station. I'm not really going to show you guys this because, I mean, it's really self-explanatory. Put in empty buckets on this side, and you get full buckets on that side. So yeah, I mean, it's very exciting. Alright, so yet again, more random decorations, seating arrangements, as well as furniture. On this side, we have an exchange system which uses emeralds. I guess you could use the winnings from your slot machine gambling to get some of these items over here. You could trade 1 emerald for 1 diamond. It's almost instantaneously, as you can see. We could trade 1 emerald for a cookie. So I mean, a diamond, a cookie, whichever one you want. I mean, the choice is yours. We could also get a enchanted golden apple, as you can see. There we go. Yet again, instant transaction, and we could also get a bottle of XP. I'm not sure if all of these things are worth 1 emerald. I know for sure some of them are, but maybe the cookie's kind of underselling it a bit. But I still think it's pretty cool. All right, now on this side, we do have ourselves a healing station. I'm not sure how this works, but if you guys do download the map, you could try that out for yourself. And we do have a working fridge over here, which is pretty simple. It just dispenses randomized items. Now the final thing in this room is going to be our dance floor, and to activate our dance floor, we basically flick this lever to the unlocked state, and then we hit that button, and now our floor just goes crazy with a bunch of flashing lights. So take a look at this, guys. This is just crazy. A gigantic redstone floor. I think I did this in my MCPE Redstone Modern House Let's Build or something like that. I know it's a pretty long name, but I struggled to make a 3x3 floor. This guy made a gigantic floor, and it is lagging my game, so I'm going to try to turn this off. Alright, so let's move on to the rest of our base. Now we're just going to exit out this way. Yet again, there's a button over here to turn the lava door on and off from either end, if I failed to mention that. And we could exit this room by clicking this button on that side of the iron door. And I really suck with these buttons and the doors. But basically, guys, we can now head on over to the bottom section of our staircase. At the bottom side of our staircase, we do have another staircase that's going to lead down into the ground. Yet again, another door. This one uses the universal key. We basically place the key in there, hit that button, and it opens up the door. I actually didn't even take a look at this place. This is actually pretty surprising. I thought I looked at this. But anyways, there is another button on this side to close the door, even though there's the key inside of that dispenser. You can always come back for it later. Over here, we have a bunch of different colored sheep. And I'm actually seeing this for the first time. And on this side, it looks like we have ourselves a cow spawning machine. I'm not really sure what this is, but you would hit that button over there. And I guess it's like a what do you call this? A breeding machine for the cows. And I guess the spawn egg is just to signify that it is indeed cows. Alright, so I'm not sure how that would work, but you guys can download the map yet again and try it out for yourselves. Back here we have a gaming room, which is something we all should be interested in. And we have two buttons over here. I'm not sure what that's going to do, but oh my gosh, it's dropping a ton of arrows from the ceiling. And the one on the right side didn't really do anything. Over here, we do have a small mini game. It looks like a shooting range. And I'm guessing this button on the right side is supposed to drop down a bow. All right, there we go. So I guess it worked the second time. Let's just go ahead and grab ourselves that bow so we could maybe do some MLG snipes. All right, so let's go ahead and try this out, guys. Basically, hold down that bow and shoot. So I shot all of our targets and it dropped down a diamond for me. How awesome is that? Actually, it dropped down a bunch of diamonds from the roof. As you can see, these dispensers kind of just dropped them, or the droppers, and also the trapdoors opened up. So yeah, that's definitely pretty cool. And there's some other stuff on this side as well. So let's just go ahead and take a look at that. Yet again, I did not actually check out this area. I thought I did, but this is a pleasant surprise. It looks like it's a mini game area. So on this side, we have a chicken race. This is player number 1. We do have a button over here for seeds, I guess, so we could grab those seeds, and we could grab chickens as well, probably. And it looks like we just spawned down some chickens or something right over there, and I guess we would use the seeds to attract the chicken, it looks like. I'm not really sure, guys. This is kind of weird. And it shows if player 1 wins or not. So I guess what we need to do over here is just hold the seeds in my hand and try to get our chicken all the way down to this side. And whoever does that first wins. And there's, of course, 2 different areas for players 1 and 2. So I guess this works well on servers. All right, so we're just going to skip all of this because it's kind of weird. All right, so this is the system, as you guys can see. And wow, there is actually a lot of things in here. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's just go back and check out the outside. Wow. All right, on this side, this is player number 2 for the other side of the chicken race. Over here, it looks like we have tic-tac-toe. All right, guys, so check out this awesome tic-tac-toe board. We have the blue and the red side. On the blue side, we could flick this lever to create circles. And on the red side, we could flick this lever right over there to create our X's. How cool is that? I mean, it's like plus signs, but it is pretty neat and one of the better tic-tac-toe systems I've seen in MCPE. So yeah, that's one cool mini game. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of this basement. Okay, so on this side we have rock, paper, scissors, another lovely game to play, and of course there's a wall blocking us so you can't really see what the opponent is choosing, and you would just count it down and either choose rock, paper, or scissors. I'm going to choose rock on this side and then paper on the other side and see who wins. Alright, so let's just use paper right over there, and it should show who wins the game. Alright, so there we go. It shows you win. And on the other side, it should show that this person lost. Alright, there we go. It does work. And that's actually pretty cool. I haven't actually seen this particular redstone invention in the game as of yet. Alright, what does this say on this side? Single player mode, press for random move. Wow, there's actually a single player mode just in case you guys don't have friends. Alright, so I guess you guys could, play around with the system, but you guys get the idea. It's rock, paper, scissors in Minecraft, which is definitely pretty fun. Okay, so over here we have something called a redstone beatboxing machine. I'm not really sure what that does, but let's go ahead and just step into the water, and wow, actually we just fell down into the ground. So I guess that's just an elevator of some sort, and we just walk on forward, and it leads us into a brand new room. Okay, so this place is absolutely gigantic. Yet again, I did not actually look at this place, so this is my genuine reaction. Connect the redstone dust to the emerald block to start the beatboxing machine. Alright, let's go ahead and just grab ourselves a bit of redstone dust, place it down right over there, and maybe hit that button, and boom, there we go. I guess that's our beatboxing machine. I have no idea. Beatbox by Flaming Lead download. Okay, so this guy made the map, and wow! Oh, this place is absolutely gigantic. I have no idea how to use any of these things. Look at this. There's so many levers over here. Do we just click on levers? What is going on right now? Alright, so I really don't know how to use the system. It says to place down redstone dust over here. And for some reason, I really don't hear anything happening. But if you guys... Oh, wait, hang on. I think I did hear something. Maybe I need to flick some of these levers. I don't know. Let's flick all of these levers. Alright, guys, so I'm going to be quiet, and you can actually hear the beatboxing happening. Alright, so that is actually really cool. Let's go back up into our minigames area and then maybe take a look at what else we have. Okay, so we are now back in our minigames area, and that beatboxing machine was pretty fun and very surprising to me. Now, we do have an entire room over here, which I didn't even take a look at yet, and I guess this is going to be parkour. I suck at parkour, so let's just quickly look at the course. I mean, I suck on PC, so just imagine how terrible I am on MCPE, and this is basically going to lead to the bottom of the map. As you guys can see, you can see all of the redstone and the skeleton of the structure, and your reward is some diamond blocks as well as some cake. You could click on this button to activate the system, and then that is pretty much it. So I guess you guys have like a bunch of random flashing lights on the ceiling as well, and it's basically just a personal achievement. On this side, we do have some redstone, which is going to, I guess, record your time, which is pretty cool. But anyways, let's go ahead and leave this area and check out the rest of the house. And oh my god, there's a freaking spider. Kill him! Kill him. Alright, so let's just, like I said, let's just leave. So we just came out of that basement area. Now we need to check out this section of the map on the right-hand side of our staircase. The first thing we're going to take a look at is yet again a very similar system to the beginning of the video, where we enter our key on this side, and that will basically open up our door. As you guys can see, yet again, you could drop the key down if you so choose, but I'm placing it down since I'm on creative mode. You hit this button to close the door and then retrieve your key from the dropper. Once you have that, you could just check out the rest of the area. Over here, we have ourselves another lava door. Very iconic to this map, and it's also quite nice. And then once that lava is gone, we could enter this area, which is going to include a very lovely vending machine. This uses emeralds in order to trade for particular food items. So say for instance we want to get some baked potatoes, we would drop down some emeralds into this hopper, or in my case, place down an emerald right over there, and then it will output a the item that we chose at the top section. And then we can retrieve that baked potato as we so choose. So yeah, that's definitely pretty cool. On this side, we do have a bunch of armor equipment stations, and this is actually a faster system than the system we chose before. As you can see, we have different materials indicating the different types of armor. So this is going to be our diamonds. We would basically step on this slab right over here, hit that button, and then we should get our armor equipped onto our body. As you can see, actually we already have armor on, so we might need to take that off and try it out on this side. So let's just try our iron armor. There we go. And as you can see, we will have our armor on our body. Now, to reset the system and to kind of place it back down into the ground, you want to break the slab right over here, and that's the dropper, and you would basically just place down all of the items back into that particular dispenser. Alright, so yeah, that's basically how you reset that. And as you can see, we do have our diamond armor down there, since it couldn't have gotten placed onto my body because I already had armor. And on this side, we do have our two other types of armor as well, excluding the chainmail. Alright, so over here we have another button to turn our lava door on and off, and that is basically this area of our base. Holy shit. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the second door on the right hand side. This one is a bit more expensive to enter. We actually need 3 diamond ores in order to access the door each time, which I think is absolutely crazy. But basically you place down 1 iron ore inside each one of these furnaces, or diamond ore, excuse me, and that will open up the door. So as you can see, the door will open up in just a minute. Come on, any second now. It should open. Alright, so there we go. The door, opens up, the light lights up, and now we can enter this area. We could use this button over here to turn the lava door on and off. Yet again, the lava door is kind of iconic to this particular map. Over here, we have a lovely area, very nicely decorated. Another button on this side to turn the lava door on and off. as well as an area over here, which is going to be our enchantment room, and then a quote-unquote golden shower, which is basically going to spawn down a bunch of XP bottles in this area, which you could then collect and use to enchant your weapons. Now on this side, we have ourselves a fast break block. Basically, we break this block and it instantly respawns cobblestone. But as you guys can see, there is an area down here that we could jump down into. So let's go ahead and just do that. We will land on some water, which will then slow our fall and protect us from dying. And then enter another gigantic underground area. Now in this area, we have two different potion brewing station. We have the more complex and complicated version, which I'm not going to show you guys. And also we have ourselves the simple version, which I like since I really don't know how to use potions. So I'm only going to show you guys the simple version. Basically, you click on this brewing station in the middle, and then you need to enter our water bottles into our brewing stands. Then you want to choose the item, and the first item we do need to click on is the nether wart to create our awkward potion. That I do know. So yet again, to select a particular ingredient, we just click on that arrow and point it towards that item, which I think is a super simple system that I quite like. We hit that button, it goes into our brewing stand, and we already have our awkward potions because we selected our nether warts. Now it is time to add in, say, maybe gunpowder or maybe blaze powder into that mix so we could get ourselves a potion of strength. Now if you guys have noticed, we do have different ingredients on the left and right hand side just to give you a bit of variety. Alright, so now let's go ahead and take a look at our brewing stand. As you can see, we do have a bit of blaze powder going into that to create our potion of strength, and you could also add in a third or fourth ingredient if you so choose, such as gunpowder to create splash potions. But as you can see, there we go, we now have our potion of strength. Alright, so that's basically how that would work. If you guys do know how to brew, it just makes this the whole process a lot easier. And we do have some other random decorations on this side, which includes a lot of colored water. Now finally, in this area, we have an elevator on this side, which is basically a TNT elevator. We hit that button, stand on top of this wall over here, and it blasts up all the way to the top. And then I didn't actually use this properly, so let's go ahead and try this again. We stand in the middle, hit that button, and it will blast us all the way to the top, and we simply move forward in the air and then fall onto these slime blocks, taking absolutely no damage, even if we're on survival mode. Alright, so now we would just walk to the right, enter a new room. This room on this side basically uses a hopper system, and if you place down an item into this hopper system, if this message goes away, there we go. Alright, so like I was saying, if we enter an item into this hopper, it will activate our fireplace on this side, and this other creation, I don't really know how this works, so if you guys want to download it and check it out, I definitely recommend you guys doing so. Now it is time to go back above the ground and then re-enter our enchantment room. So this elevator or ladder is going to take us back up here. We simply stand on this trapdoor, hit this button, and then we fall back down into our enchantments area. Now guys, we are going to take a look at the final part of our base, and if you guys saw my cursor on my screen, I really do apologize for that. I always place it off to the side. For some reason, it always goes back to the center, which is quite annoying. There's probably like a ghost haunting my computer. But anyways, I do Chromecast my device onto my computer. That's, you know, basically how I record it. But anyways, let's go ahead and continue with the showcase. On the left-hand side, we have an automatic cactus farm. Cactus or cacti are going to grow in this area and automatically be like harvested. And then on the right-hand side, we do have a wheat farm, which is very similar, except you do have to manually harvest this one, and you would do that by clicking on this button right over there. It spawns down some water, and then it goes down into some hoppers, and then that is collected into these chests right over here. So as you can see, we have a bunch of wheat now in that large chest, as well as some cactus in these small chests on this side. So that's basically a storage on either ends. On this side, we do have ourselves a light switch, which is basically going to control the lighting for the ceiling right above us. So if you click that, as you guys can see, all of the lighting will turn off in this first section of the building. And I really don't know why there's only one switch that turns off half of the lighting for some reason, which is kind of pointless, but you could, you know, turn it on and off if you guys so choose. So there we go, that's the lighting now on. On this side, we do have ourselves a automatic furnace. It says chicken cooker, but you can place down any item that you choose. Say for instance, we place down some of our cooked chicken in there, or some of our raw chicken, and place down some coal or fuel, it will then dispense our cooked chicken on the final chest. Anyways, moving on, we have ourselves an epic trash can. This one's actually pretty interesting. We could add in some items into this chest, and only if we have our key on the item frame will those items go into our trash can. As you can see, once we place down the key on the item frame, all of our items are now trashed. So that's basically it, guys, and that's a really cool system, and I quite like it. So you can't accidentally destroy items because you do need the key for that to work. Alright, so on this side we do have a mob detection system, and the green shows that there's no mobs nearby, the yellow shows that there's just a few mobs, and the red shows that there's a ton of hostile mobs in this area. So yeah, that's, you know, pretty interesting, and just one thing to you know, add into your world. On this side we have a fish tank. You could click on this button to add in some fish. As you can see, I mean, it's obviously role-playing, but you guys get the idea. Over here we could click on either one of these two items on the left and right hand side to get yourselves a drink. So say for instance you want some milk, it loads up that dropper with some milk. You hit that button over here and it pops out some milk for you guys to enjoy, and for some reason I guess it's out of milk, so I guess they don't got milk. Alright, now on this side we do have ourselves a industrial furnace. This one is quite different from that furnace over there. This basically cooks all items. I mean, technically both cook all items, but this one is made for all of them because it has like an automatic sorting system. But basically you enter your item that you want to cook into that hopper, and then some fuel into the chest below, and then the output is going to be on this chest right at the bottom. Yet again, I don't need to show you guys this because it is an industrial furnace and a furnace in general, and you know, this is just, you know, some decorative redstone creation. So this is basically how the room looks. You guys know how it works, so let's just go ahead and move on. Now on this side we do have another door. This door is going to lead into another gigantic room, which is why I skipped the furnace area, because I mean there's just a lot to show. On this side we do have a kitchen, as you guys can see. That is basically that. It's just decoration. On the right hand side we have a lovely living room with a lever on this side to control the lighting for that room. We have a bunch of other random decorations, a fireplace. On this side we have a dining room table, a hallway with another lever to control the lighting for that area, as well as a bathroom on this side. This is a working bathroom with a you know, working shower and all of that, but let's just go ahead and move on. On this side we do have ourselves an indoor, like outdoor area. I really don't know how to say this, but we also have a grill over here, as well as a lovely like colored brewing stand, I guess you would say, or that's not a brewing stand, that's a cauldron. And yet again, an outdoor area. We do have a closet on this side, which is pretty interesting. And then finally on this side we have ourselves our bedroom. So the bedroom's kind of far down in this area. If you do want to sleep, you have to go through a ton of different security systems, but on this side we do have another button over here that's going to turn our lights on and off. As well as, there's a pretty cool thing over here, which is basically going to be a mirror. And this is actually a scale replica of our bedroom on the opposite side of this wall, which I think is really crazy for the map creator to add in. But it does make for a really cool mirror, except you can't really see yourself, so I guess you're like a vampire. But that's basically the underground bedroom. And now we can take a look at the very last section of our house, which is going to be this rail system, which basically leads to nowhere. So we could click on this button on the right hand side to spawn down a minecart, click on the left one to give yourselves a night vision potion, and then we could yet again spawn down our minecart because I destroyed it. And now just wait for it to come, and then we enter our minecart. Can we enter this? There we go. Then hit this button right over here, and it takes us off into a place where we could see all of the redstone for the map, and that's pretty much it. It doesn't really take us anywhere important. So as you can see, that is pretty much that. So anyways, guys, that basically wraps up today's Redstone Map showcase. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please take 1 second to smack the like button. Let's aim for 1,000 likes. If we hit that goal, I'll be so happy. And also, leave a comment down below. Tell me which was your favorite part of the map, because I would love to know. As well as don't forget to subscribe to see more awesome Redstone maps. Anyways, guys, this was Twiistz, and I'll see you later.